Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot, July 15th to August 15th, Animal Sign, Horoscope, and Lotteries. And this is for you coming from the dog family. So I'm going to shuffle these cards quickly. And the first card that I'm going to pull will be to deal with your first 15 days, which means from the July the 15th up to the end of July. And this will be to refer to your areas of job, business, or finance. And so for you coming from the dog family, it's going to be a very difficult period of July the 15th to the end of July, where your job is concerned. And it says that the chances of you making more money or being happy is very minimized. But it also says that if you do make a change, it will become even worse. So it's better to stay put because you're not going to get something new, and just try to work harder and do your best with getting no reward and just being able to carry on having a salary and doing your best from the period of July 15th up to end of July. So not a very happy card where job is concerned. If you are in business, the situation is a bit worse. It says that pot of gold is very far away from you. So trying to make a quick kill and make quick money in this period of July 15 to the end of July is not possible. You will only lose more money if you take risks. So rather than taking risks and going after new businesses, you better stay in the business that you know rather than being too adventurous. Otherwise money is going to be lost, and you may even have some trouble with a government department, it says. So this period of July 15 to the end of July says job areas problem, business problem, and finances are going to be very tough as well. So don't take any risks. Now I'm going to pull the next card, which is also got to do with your days of 15 July to end of July, and this is going to talk about your romance and marriage and family for you coming from the dog family. So the dog family now warns you, number one, that July the 15th up to the end of July, where romance is concerned, is going to be a big problem. And if you find a romance during the 15 days, July 15 to end of July, is going to be a very troublesome romance and a difficult one, and it's coming with a lot of complications. And there's also some kind of secrecy that you don't know about that has been bothering with this new romance that's coming into your life. So take it easy, don't rush into it. And if you have an ongoing romance, you may also be discovering things that you don't know about your partner, and that's going to create plenty of unhappiness as well. And also there's stubbornness from somebody, and there's also moodiness and differenceness. So there's an atmosphere of unhappiness in your ongoing romance. Well, you've heard this from me. If you want to help that romance keep going because you like to have it keep going, then you'll have to work very hard from July 15 to the end of July. Otherwise, it may just break up and the period will be very bad for you. If you have an ongoing romance, tell yourself you'll have to work very hard with this ongoing romance. Otherwise, it's going to be a very problematic one, as I described it. If you're married, this is even more serious. And it says that differences can be extremely bad, where legal matters may also be used, and emotional areas are really upset. And of course, the ego play is also there on this card. So many things to create problems of this July 15 to end of July in the area of romance or marriage as well. So the marriage area is going to be really troubled with these problems. And if you want the marriage to continue happily, then if you who is listening to me, tell yourself to take it easy. And it's only 15 days after all, from July 15 to end of July. And just bear with it. General family areas also not good. There can be differences between your parents, differences between your siblings as well. So a lot of problems. Now I'm going to pick another card, and this will have to do with your period of August the 1st to the 15th of August, and let's start of your job area. And now the situation is that ego play and differences with people are continuing where your job is concerned. So you're not finding a solution somehow, and your position at your workplace is weakening. And I'm talking about August the 1st to August the 15th. There is just not understanding either from you or from others. And there is, of course, not intermingling as well. So you've got to work very hard to please other people where you work, where your job is, and if you want to survive well. Otherwise, August 1st to August the 15th, you may get some very bad news. And if you are doing business, it's going to be very tough going. There is no getting through to something. There's so many blockades, and there's all that ego play as well. And you may be let down very badly because there shows disruption in your business. So suddenly the news turns bad because all the news given to you earlier was bad. So the ending for August the 1st to August the 15th is very bad. So business losses and your financial areas are just very tight and very unhappy. You don't want to take any risks. Now this card that I've pulled will be for the period of August the 1st to the 15th of August, August the 1st to August 15th, and this is going to do with your romance, marriage and family. So your romance area, you'll find each competing with the other, and secrecy, there's something not good and it can be discovered as well, and also stubbornness and temper. So it's all about temperament, and that normally comes when a person is unhappy. So even if you get a new romance during this period of August to 1st to August 15th, it's going to be a very troublesome one. And if you have the ongoing romance, it can even be dragged to breaking point. So tell yourself that you'll have to work very hard for August the 1st to August the 15th to keep any type of romance going happily. And if you're married, of course it becomes more serious because there's family involved as well, there could be children involved. So tell yourself, for the sake of all that, you are not going to allow your ego. And if your partner is the one being very stubborn and very hot-tempered, then tell yourself to bear with it. Remind yourself it's only for the 15 days of August the 1st to August the 15th, and then the time will pass, and then situations may improve. Otherwise, your marriage will be in a very tough position as the days move on from August 1st to August 15th up to the point of breaking down. I'm going to pull this one card now to talk about you, about your health in this month of July 15 to August 15, and for you coming from the dog family. So firstly, it says that the amount of stress and pressure on you is going to trouble you with your allergies of some kind or another. So whatever allergies you have are going to be a headache for you from July 15 to August the 15th. So bear with that. And it also says your stomach area is going to produce a lot of upsets. So be careful what you eat and where you eat. Now I'm going to mix up all these cards again, and I'm going to shuffle them and talk to you about your lottery numbers. So I'm going to shuffle them quickly. And here we go. The first card, I'm going to give you a set of numbers. And this is a card all about power and having a very good life. And so the number from this card that impresses me would be the number 1, 10, 19, 28, 37, 46 and 55. So write these numbers down and I will tell you what we're going to do with them. I'm going to pull 3 cards, so you'll have 3 sets of numbers. And the second set of numbers is all about things growing from the earth, like the forest and wood and timber. So the number that comes to mind is the number 3, 12, 21, 30, 39, 48 and 57. So write that all down, and let's pull the third set of numbers. And your third set of numbers is all about the unexpectedness. That's interesting, because lotteries are all about unexpectedness. And I will choose the number here, the number 4, 13, 22, 31, 40, 49, 58. So you've got these three sets of numbers. Now what do you do? Well, if you have been to see me already and had your 90-minute session with me for your next 7 or 8 years, I would have, based on your horoscope, given you your own personal sets of numbers based on your horoscope. And these numbers are for the rest of your life. So you will compare that with the numbers I'm giving you every month. So the numbers that I've just given you, you will compare it to the numbers you've got for your personal horoscope. And if they jive, and if they are all clicking or seeming very close to each other or are the same numbers, then you tell yourself that this period of July 15 to August 15, you really got to go out and buy these numbers, your own numbers. And if they're clicking with yours, then you choose them. So that's how you narrow the field. But since you may not have been to see me yet, you won't have all this information. And of course, when you see me for your horoscope, I'll give you your lucky days and your lucky colors and your lucky gemstones and your lucky directions and a lot of information to use for lotteries as well. So let's see what you're going to do. So all these numbers I've given you. So you get lots of paper and you get the scissors and you cut this paper into 2" by 2" each paper. And on each paper you will write one of these numbers. And then you fold it up into a ball and put it on a table, and by the time you finish writing all these numbers, you'll have plenty of your numbers there. And so I would then tell you to wear your best colors, face your best directions, do this on your lucky days, wear your gemstones, all these things. But since you have not been to see me, perhaps we'll do it the simple way. And so you will have your thumb, and for you coming from the dog family, I will ask you to join it to your little finger. So what you're doing now is this: those thumbprints are now connecting to the fingerprints. Now, in these thumbprints and fingerprints is believed is everything written about the code of our existence. And while we are alive, nobody will have a fingerprint or thumbprint like you have. Only when the person dies, the next person born will be given these fingerprints and thumbprints. That is the mystical thing about fingerprints, how they are recycled. And so for you, you will do this, your little finger in this. And maybe for 30 seconds, some people ask me, can I say a prayer to God to get numbers? You by all means go and say a prayer or focus on how you want to meditate. Maybe 30 seconds. And after that, take one paper from this pile of papers you have, crumbled up, open it, and you may see that you've got the number 12. So write down number 12 and then fold this paper back into that and put it there and mix it around and do another 30 seconds. So if you need 5 numbers, you'll do it 5 times. If you need 6 numbers, you'll do it 6 times. Let's use this technique for the time being and see how it goes with you. Well, I would have told you then, if you had been to see me, that buy your lottery numbers on these certain days, your lucky days, and do this exercise of choosing number also on these certain lucky days. So you will get all this information when you see me one day. It only cost you USD 50 for a 90-minute session. That's going to be based on your date of birth and time of birth and looking at your palms. And I will year by year by calendar tackle all areas of your life for your next 7 or 8 years. In the meantime, best of luck with the lottery numbers and with the information I've given you, for you coming from the dog family. Until then, thank you and good luck.